Hey, welcome to the Bucket Discussions podcast, man, where we go beyond the stat sheet and beyond the narrative to bring y'all that real, authentic sports talk. It's your boy Taj James, aka KD Trey 5 Jr. on PSN, and then there's my partners, man.
Yes, sir. What's good with it, man? It's your boy Trey, aka the girl's damn sugar, aka your boy's just chilling right now, aka Dr. James. Follow me on IG at IamTrey.j, and I'm gonna pass it to bro.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Jay Coop in this and I'm ready to get this episode of Buck Discussions popping. So let's get to
Yes, sir.
it.
All right, man. The summer league going crazy right now, man. We done seen some spectacular performances from players like Jalen Green, Kay Cunningham, and my boy Jello Ball G3.
Yes,
Dumb
sir.
Daddy, like a 2K creative player, dog. He going crazy, man.
Sir.
Bro, I really hope he lands on the team. But what's your thoughts on the summer league so far?
Oh man, I feel like I haven't felt this much excitement for the summer league in a cool minute since we seen like Lonzo play when he was switching his shoes, different brands from BBB to Nike to Adidas to Jordan. I think that was dope. But this year's summer league, it's exciting for me because I get to see all the young boys that I grew up watching, that grew up with me, that I grew up with watching on Ball's Life and YouTubes and things of that nature. Watching them boys hoop like that, I feel like it's very dope to see and getting to see these matchups like we got to see with Kay Cunningham and JG. We kind of seen the start of a rivalry. We seen them boys come out off the gate. They guard each other. That's one thing. That's one thing I like to see. When you see two top players, we're
Competition.
not gonna duck smoke. We gonna hey, you know who I am. I know who you are. You're the one. I'm the number two pick. You guard me and I'm gonna guard you. We gonna see what happens. I like that type of stuff. They just went head up. The boys went out and hooped. Overall, we always knew who had the better team, summer league team. The Rockets had the better summer league team. They had JG, Gup, and Kmart. They had a lot of Kmart Jr. They have a lot of cats on there that can hoop, man. So there, we know who the better team was, but we just wanted to see that player matchup. As far as other guys like Jello and other cats that are in the summer league, man, it's always dope to see. I'm glad Jello's getting his chance. It's very exciting to see. I'm glad he's playing well.
Man, facts, bro. Like you said, it's probably one of the most exciting summer leagues we've seen in a minute. Like, just because we have so much talent in this league and a lot of talent we haven't even seen yet, to come out like that. So like Josh Giddey, like he looked pretty good before he messed up his ankle. You know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
Sharif Cooper, you know what I'm saying? So we've seen a lot of awesome games so far from these rookies and from these summer league games. I just think it's hella entertaining so far, and man, I'm excited to see what these rookies can actually do in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, dog. So coming from last year where we didn't even have a summer league because of COVID, just to see them get back on the court and play in Las Vegas, bro, is really dope. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you want to see the top players get out there and ball out. Just like bro said, Jalen Green and Kay Cunningham, number 1 and 2 picks, they duked it out, dog. They guarded each other. They went at each other, broke each other off a little bit, dog. So
Mm-hmm.
that's dope to see. I love competition. I love dogs going head to head. No
Sure.
AAU duck and smoke, none of that, bro. Like they went straight at it. But obviously you want to see those players play. But to see the players that have been counted out and not given a chance, or players that have been drafted super late when they feel like they should have been drafted earlier, get a chance to show, improve what they can do. And let me shout out Kyrie Walker, man. I've always been a fan of dude. It
Yes,
sucks to
sir.
see that he can't play this year. He got picked up by the Wizards Summer League team, but just because of COVID protocols, he can't play. So that sucks. But players like that is the reason why the Summer League is so great. And then this year, the competition's just been crazy. Top players, players that are counted out, undrafted, stuff like that. So Summer League looking dope, man.
Facts.
Sir. Let's keep it pushing to the next topic, man.
Go, man. D. Schro.
It sucks to see player. He's one of my favorite players. I call him. He's a trench baby out the mud. Plays very his style of ball is very trench baby-ish. You could tell he clearly never had nothing. He just wants to rock. That's all he wants. Man, to see him kind of he got that initial offer. That was big bread, 84 mil. And then they end up with the almost million for a year. It's just like, man, you missed out a lot. What do y'all think about that, man? What are y'all thoughts about that, man?
Yeah, man, off the rip, it's obviously he missed out on like 80 mil extra. You know what I'm saying? He could have signed with a competitor, you know, in the Lakers and make like $80 million more, but he decided to go to a lesser team or bet on himself. Which I mean, a lot of people are trying to make fun of him for like betting on himself, but I mean, it's something we've all done. You know what I'm saying? We've all failed like once or twice betting on ourselves. So, but this is kind of different, man. He missed out on like a big paycheck, but I mean, hey, I feel like if he can work his way up and try to get a contract like that again in the future, I mean, he can do it because, like you said, he's a transfer baby. You know what I'm saying? He plays like one. He plays like he can't even play. You know what I'm saying? He just plays his heart out every night. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's done his whole career. And shit, hopefully he can try to make up and get that contract back.
Man, so the reason why this topic is so funny to talk about, it's not funny because you never want to laugh at nobody losing money. But
Man,
me and Jay Cool, bro, we've been going at it for about a couple months about dinner shoulder ever since the playoffs started. And we heard that bro asked for over 100 million. He's turned down the Lakers offer. Jay Cool was telling me, bro, he's tripping. He's not worth it. He's definitely not getting that free agency. And I told him, no, bro, he's definitely getting at least 100 mil because over these last few summers, Bron has seen the NBA hand out a lot of money to some bum players.
facts.
I thought Dennis Schroeder could at least get 100, but to see Bron only get 5.9, it's
Yeah.
I know he's at the crib hurting right now, but it's tough to have regrets like that. But I feel like one that he can take with him is that he landed in a great situation. He gets to have the ball in his hands. He doesn't really have anybody else that's going to be like, I need the ball, and then you got to go sit in the corner. Because if he would have stayed with the Lakers, it probably wouldn't have worked out with him and Russ, him and LeBron. That would have been a lot of mouths to feed. But with the Celtics, he has Jaylen Brown, a dog, Jason Tatum, a dog, and then they got a new coach. I'm not even going to try to pronounce dude's name, but I know he's black, and I heard he's pretty good. So, yeah, I got a new coach. Celtics are a winning organization, so he landed in a great spot. But it sucks to see anybody lose that amount of money, but hopefully, bro can stay positive and try to make that back.
Facts.
If he balls out this year, man, but we'll see.
Facts, bro.
But I just had to say, bro, I was wrong. Dennis Schroeder, it's tough. That's tough. That's all I got to say.
Hey, no, you're right though. A lot the NBA, man, they do be handing out money a lot just randomly. So I don't blame you for thinking that, honestly.
Hey, real quick side note, Luau Dang, shout out, bro. He's still
Man,
getting paid by the dog, man. He wasn't even,
that's so crazy.
bro was out of his prime. Bro wasn't even hooping like that no more. They still gave him 72. He's still getting paid by the Lakers right now. So just a little side note.
That's money, dude. Yeah, man. Sorry, Dennis, man. Things ain't work out how you wanted it to, man. That's a lot of bread you just smoked. I know you at the crib with your stomach hurting, man.
Hey, he betted on himself though, so we'll see what he can do.
Fact.
Hey, just like J. Cole said, my favorite rapper, his favorite rapper. If I'm betting on myself, I'm gonna easily double down, and that's what he did, man. We'll see what he do, man.
Hopefully he ball out next year, man.
For real.
Hey, bro, go ahead now.
All right, now, man.
Go ahead and jump ball.
All right, now, man. Here we go. All right, man. We got another segment of the jump ball going. Ooh, we got 9 minutes remaining, but we'll just edit it. Another segment of the jump ball, man. Another MVP. We want to shout out the next MVP, the MVP of this episode, man. We want to shout out that boy, DeAndre Anderson, man. We appreciate the support, man. Seen you the other day, bro. He's kicking it, man. You said we was doing the thing with the podcast. We always appreciate when people let us know they be tapped in with us, man, in person, whether it be in person or online. You say, like, man, we mess with the show. We appreciate that, man. Every single one of us, man. So we appreciate what y'all doing. I'm gonna pass it up so y'all can give y'all thanks too, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Any support we can get from anyone in Topeka, especially speaking, man, anyone that puts on for us, you know, in the city, we really do appreciate you. So I'm gonna pass it to my boy Taj.
DeAndre Anderson, man, real cool cat. always shows love. Like you said, we seen him the other day. He came up with showing us love, talking about he supported the podcast. So it was only right that we gave bro the MVP, man. Bro, a dog. He played baseball, football, all that, man. He a dog. He do his thing.
Man.
Real cool cat, man. We appreciate your love and support, man. And keep doing your thing. We're gonna drop his socials down here. Like bro said, if you want to be MVP, man, just come show us love. Share the show, hit us up, anything. We'll put you on here, man. But just like Coop said, man, in Topeka, it's a real small city, so we really gotta uplift and support each other every chance we can get. Yeah, man. So we're always looking to show love and support. And everybody just keep doing your thing, bro. Hey, DeAndre, bro, appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it,
sir.
Appreciate it. If you want to be the next MVP, let me tell you what you have to do. Show us some love, man. Like, comment, share, and even if you don't like something we said in the episode, or you just completely just hate us all together, man, drop a comment. Let us know that you hate us, or let us know that you mess with the show, man. We even let the haters get on the MVP segment, man.
Hey, tell a friend to tell a friend, dog, to tell a friend.
Yeah, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Appreciate all that. We're gonna keep it pushing. Let's talk Team USA real quick. Let's give them they got the gold medal. They did their thing. I will personally say I was wrong because I thought it was GG's for them because they seemed like they wasn't trying to hoop for real. But congrats to them boys. Congrats to Team USA, man. Shout out KD. Shout out Draymond that played on there. He's a part of Dub Nation, man. Shout out all them boys that played on that team. Shout out my nephew JK, man. How y'all feel about that?
Shit, just like you said, bro, I didn't even expect him to necessarily win the gold. I mean, I thought they'd get close or, get to the gold, but I just didn't expect them to just prove everyone wrong the way they did. You know what I'm saying? KD, he averaged like 30 points in those three last games, I believe, that they played. And I mean, he took over, you know what I'm saying? He did what people said he couldn't do, and that's lead a team to a gold medal. So we got to give everyone the credit, man. Draymond too, he played a big part in that. Zach LaVine, everyone else did. Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, especially. You know what I'm saying? Because that's tough to win a trophy and then a gold medal in the same season. So that's pretty impressive. So gotta give our hats off to him. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, I'm impressed with him, honestly.
Yeah, man. So my favorite thing about the Olympics, obviously, talking about just basketball, it comes around every 4 years. We didn't get to do the Olympics in 2020 because of COVID. Just like I said about the Summer League. Now we're doing it this year in 2021. And my favorite thing is that we're all on the same team, dog. The country's on the same team. There's no, like in the NBA, we all got our own team. So we all constantly just butting heads and going against each other. But we get to see all of our favorite players play on one team and take on everybody else in the world. And to see this team rally together, man, with Greg Popovich as the head coach for the first time.
Oh, man.
To see them all get a gold medal, man. Even when they were counted out, it wasn't so smooth. It wasn't just blowing teams out by 80, 90, like we seen the dream teams do and all the talent back in the day do. But it's just good to see them all come together, man, fight through adversity and shit, bring home the gold. Dope. Great to see, man.
Yes, sir, man. And also shout out the women's.
And the women too.
WNBA, man. Shout out them. They did their thing.
Hold on, dog.
Yeah.
The women won 5 straight gold medals, dog. That's wild. They really been doing that. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Shout out Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, man.
Yeah, they've been balling.
Legend.
Sir. Shout out to them. Let's talk about now to finish this off, let's get a little player comparisons in, man, because we always hear this or that, or Bron or Jordan or Kobe or that. Well, let's talk about some NBA player comparisons. I'm gonna give 2 names. You just throw the name back that you feel is better or you're rocking with more, man. So we're gonna go with the rookies, JG or Cade Cunningham. Who y'all rocking with?
Shit, I'm gonna probably go with Cade Cunningham just because I feel like he has a overall just a better game. We still have a lot to see from him, but
Sure.
I just feel like he's more of a complete player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to compare him to LeBron, but he's just like LeBron. I feel like he's a pretty good facilitator. You know what I'm saying? He's got a decent jump shot. He's like 6'5", 6'7", around there. So he can shoot over all kinds of defenders in his way. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with K. Just the better overall game, in my opinion.
I love K, but give me Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, that's respectable, man. I'm rocking with JG too, man. He's been in the league before, not in the league before, excuse me. He's been in the league, summer league, like a lot of playing in the G League.
Facts.
He's very comfortable out there when he plays. He knows his moves, he knows his spots. I'm rocking with JG. Okay, we're gonna keep this very rapid fire for the next few. Let's go Kyrie versus AI. Who y'all got?
Kyrie.
You gotta give me Kai, bro.
Kyrie. Okay.
One of my favorite players ever, but you gotta give me Kyrie.
Yeah.
Let's go. Shaq, Kareem.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to go with Kareem, just more skilled overall, but that's crazy. That's hard.
Kareem, that guy, bro. Let me get Shaq.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna go Shaq. I'm gonna go Kareem. I like skill. Let's go. This may be not made as challenging as I thought, but let's go Trae Young, Ja Morant.
Oh yeah, Trae Young easily.
Give me Trae, bro.
Okay. I'm going with Trae too. Let's go. Now this might be tough. James Harden, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go James Harden, man. Overall, I'm sorry, I'm going with James Harden.
Okay, here we go. This one is a little different. Let's go.
Who you taking?
James Harden or Dwayne Wade? Because Prime D Wade was stupid.
Yeah, he was, bro. And he does have a chip.
We ain't really seen nobody score like that in a minute.
Yeah,
bro. That's tough. You got some good comparisons,
bro.
Thanks.
Give me D Wade, bro. Just for
D Wade. Yeah, I feel you.
DeMar, last one. DeMar or Kawhi?
Oh, Kawhi easily.
Kawhi.
All right, man. That concludes this segment of the Jump Ball, man. It's a wrap for this, man. Make sure you like, comment, and share to be the next MVP, man. Appreciate your support, DeAndre, man.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's get into this next topic. We're talking about a young man by the name of Imani Bates. He's how tall is he? I'm gonna call him a
6'10".
We're gonna call him a 7-foot killer because he's close. 7-foot killer, man. 17 years old. He just reclassified. He said, I don't want to be in this. I'm tired of playing with these young boys. I'm trying to get to the league because I played the competition. I know these guys. I can get there too. So he reclassified. He is now in the class of 2021. He'll be entering college soon. What are y'all thoughts on that, man? Or he'll be entering the G League. My fault, man. No college, G League.
I've never seen him play, but just like you said, bro, he's 6'10". He's around 17 or 18 years old. So obviously, off the rip, he has a lot of promise to his game just because of his size. So, from what it sounds like he can honestly make an impact on this league, or at least in the G League. Being 6'10", being as skilled as he sounds, honestly, I'm excited to see what happens for him, honestly.
All right, man. So Imani Bates, I'm sure a lot of you guys seen him play. Actually, everybody's seen him play, dog, except for my guy Coop. But he gonna know real soon. Man, Imani, he already a legend on Ball Is Life, on YouTube, on Twitter, all social media platforms. Bro, 6'10", 7 foot, whatever you want to call him. He a killer, dog. He can handle the rock. It's real smooth. Hey, just Google, bro, man. That's all I gotta tell you. But nah, he really smooth, man. So to see bro reclassified to 2021 and try to go to the G League right now, he just turned 17. That just shows the confidence bro has in his game and his abilities. Bro just won Gatorade Player of the Year last year. I just seen bro in the gym with Chris Brickley and Carmelo Anthony. So yeah, bro, he got real confidence in himself, bro. And I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yes, sir, bro. We seen last player we seen reclassified. Well, I knew that reclassified was that boy Anthony Edwards, and we see what he's doing in the league, man.
Going nuts.
Yeah, right then. So I think this is a good move for him, man. Especially if he feels like he's just wasting time. Who needs school anyway? Go ahead, get up out of there, Joe.
Hey,
But
bro, he ain't trying to sit in school for 6 months, dog, waste his time.
yeah, bounce up out of there, man.
And real quick, bro, I want to touch on the G League. I feel like that's a great route, bro. A great alternative to college. Because when you go to college, dog, for players that like top players like that, are they really getting any better? Or is it just like, damn, we got people just catering to these dudes because they so great. They doing this, they doing that. I feel like if you go to the G League and you're really a top player, I'm not talking about the players that actually need college to get better and to mature and grow as people, their bodies and their minds and all that. I'm talking about just as far as just hooping wise. So like a top player like Jalen Green, Imani Bates, even LeBron, players like that that are so good that they don't even need college, bro. The G League's perfect because you're gonna get pushed. You ain't gonna have no fanboys there. Ain't nobody gonna be catering to you. It's just gonna be strictly skill development, and you're gonna be playing against some trench babies, some hungry dogs that ain't never had.
Yeah, talk about that. You playing against trench babies, but the downside is if you don't eat, you will get exposed and you will be stuck in the G League. You don't want to be stuck in the G League.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So you better be confident in your ability, man. Just know that when you get there, and I'm not saying they're gonna dominate, but like Jalen Green averaged damn near 20 points. So I mean, just as long as they're focused on getting better. But go ahead, bro.
Shit.
Actually, no, it's me. I'm tripping. You already went. Isaiah Thomas just dropped 81, like Kobe. RP Kobe, Bean, everybody else on that plane. But he just dropped 81 in the Jamal Crawford crossover league. And I'm not gonna say everybody in that league is like the greatest of players, but there's a lot of NBA players in that league. It's a summer league that's based off in Seattle. Jamal Crawford has players coming there and hoop and do their thing. We know a lot of trolls on Twitter and social media like to say, "Oh, Isaiah Thomas is this, Isaiah Thomas is that," and if they see a player do good, they're gonna say the players that he was playing against weren't playing defense, they weren't doing this, they weren't doing that, man. But for bro to drop 81, he just had 65 the other night too, so he's really getting the attention of NBA teams. And we just seen the Lakers recently just said they had interest in bringing him in and signing him. So, how do y'all feel about that? And should Isaiah IT be in the league?
Absolutely, man. We're talking about when this dude's not a bum. We're talking about this. What did he score? Like 52 points in the league. His career high in the league is like 50 something points. We're not talking about a bum. This like I have to. I think people have to get past that. We're not talking about some kind of bum or some type of dude that just has league dreams. He was in the league hooping before. Like he proven himself. So it's just like what is the time being wasted for? Because we see guys in the league like with the likes of Jared Dudley, complete bum, doesn't see the light of day on the court. So I'm like, and no disrespect to Jared Dudley because I know he feels some type of way because people be joking, oh, I'm in the NBA, I'll still cook you. That's cool, bro. I feel like you couldn't cook me. But on the real, we're talking about Isaiah Thomas who can possibly make an impact when he touches the floor. I don't know because the league does evolve, but we're talking about a guy who could make an impact possibly right now in the league I don't know if he gets that starting role. I don't see him in a starting role right now just because you have a lot of his height is one thing, but we have a lot of taller players that have proven themselves, worked for their spot. So if he wants that starting spot, I feel like if he gets in and plays well in the minutes he's given, he'll definitely catch the eyes of some team and he'll get a starting spot or catch the eyes of his coach for the team he's playing on to get a starting spot. And as him signing with the Lakers, I feel like the Lakers is irritating me a little bit because I feel like if Julian Newman went and dropped 80, they go sign Julian Newman right now. So Lakers, get over yourself, man. You're being hungry right now, bro. Very thirsty.
He's on the way. Yes, sir. You're on the way.
Man, fuck. No, but just like you said, Trey, I don't know about a starting position for Isaiah Thomas, but I definitely feel like he should be on an NBA roster.
Sure.
Just because I mean he's a professional NBA scorer, you know what I'm saying? Like we've seen in the 2016-2017 season, man. I forgot his numbers that he averaged, but he was going in, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, he's undersized. He's not the best defender, but I mean, he can come out there and get you some buckets off the bench regardless, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like he should be on an NBA roster. Like you said, like the Lakers, I don't know, just because they trying to sign everybody that's under the goddamn sun. But it's like,
Oh God.
I mean, wherever he can get on, I'd like to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I promise, dog. But no, Isaiah Thomas, bro, to be real with you, his story could be an inspiration to anybody, bro, no matter what walk of life. Just like the mama mentality, Kobe said, it wasn't just based on basketball, it's based on anything. And Isaiah Thomas, I've been following dude for a long time, man. And bro just always has his head up, bro. He always positive. He's always optimistic about just life in general, bro. I watched him on All the Smoke podcast. No free publicity here, dog. We're not shouting him out or nothing, but I'm just saying I watched him on that podcast. He said that he wasn't healthy in Boston and his hip is finally replaced. So basically his hip was bone on bone. But now he has a metal plate in his hip. So he said he's straight. He can hoop. I feel like he's just showing that this summer, man. And far too often, I feel like social media has too much of an impact on just people's jobs in the league and their security and stuff like that. Like, I feel like if a narrative gets too much steam and too much traction, you can, like we seen with Melo, we seen with players that actually deserve to be in the league, that can hurt your chances. Even JaVale McGee, people are like, oh, he's this, he's that. And then once you get labeled, there's really nothing you can do to stop it. So Isaiah Thomas, he definitely deserves to be in the league. Obviously, we know he's 5'9". That's not his height's not going to change. He's not going to get taller overnight. But
Right.
like you said, bro, there's always a role for a professional scorer in the league. For example, Lou Will, just players that come off the bench and get buckets. I'm not saying he's going to come back and ever duplicate his Boston season where he was damn near an MVP candidate. He was averaging like 20, 25, 26, something like that, dog, and top 5 in MVP voting. That was a perfect storm. I don't feel like he can ever duplicate that again. But for him to come off the bench as a 6-man, or he may even be able to get a starting spot, but I feel like he definitely can come off the bench and give you 17 to 20 points because he's that scorer, man. But yeah, man, I'm a fan of Isaiah Thomas, man. He's always positive, always has his head up, no matter what anybody says about him being counted out. He always talks about keeping a positive attitude for his kids. So I always respect that. As he said, even his kids joke on him, and that helps him keep going. That helps him stay positive and just know if he gives up right now, then what is his kids gonna say about him when they get older? So all respect to IT, man. I'm excited to see him get a chance to get back in the league, man. Hopefully the Lake Show sign him for real.
No, I feel like the Lake Show doesn't need to sign him. I did see that the Celtics had some interest in him. I think that would be a good spot so he can get that, that sort of reunion with the Celtics. He can come off the bench, help Jake Tay and the boys, JB, all them boys that they got over there, man. I think that'd be a good spot for him, man. Also, man, rest in peace to his sister. What was her name? China Thomas, man. Rest in peace to her, man. Yeah, man. I hope he gets a spot in the league, man. It's well deserved, man. He's definitely a bucket, man. Let's get him on the roster, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's the thing too, bro. He's not sour. He doesn't feel like he needs to get revenge or anything like that. He just feels like I can still play, so why am I gonna give up? But yeah, bro, we're rooting for you, IT.
All right, man. Let's talk sports players. I don't want to just make this solely NBA. Let's talk professional athletes. Should professional athletes be considered role models? Should they feel like they're a role model to somebody? And second off, should we be portraying them as role models to younger cats? And this is a question I always find tricky because I've even wrote an essay on this in school at one point in time, but I found it challenging to first to put someone on a pedestal because I often find that we as people we put celebrities on pedestals, whether they're rappers, they're in the NBA, or even they're like the Kardashians and they're just good at taking pictures. I feel like that's one thing I don't like doing. But for an athlete, I feel like maybe they're like the type like, man, I don't want to be a role model. I just want to be me. And I feel like it's been said before, just because someone puts you on a pedestal does not mean you have to stay there, man. So I'll say this, because growing up, basketball, I'm sure everybody, y'all watch basketball growing up. You idolize, there was a certain player you idolize, whether he wore armbands, wristbands, or a headband, a certain number, you was trying to be exactly like him. So I think there is a certain how do I describe it? Certain consciousness these players need to have to know that they're looked up at in somebody's eyes as someone special or someone that someone wants aspires to be. They're inspirational in somebody's eyes. So I feel like the least they can do is try to set an example. It doesn't have to be like they're over the top, like being these top people in the communities, um, building schools like LeBron does. We see he does a lot of community work, man, for his hometown. I feel like that's not necessarily the role they need to be assumed in, but I feel like there's something little stuff they can do, whether just staying out of trouble, showing respect to a certain class of people, showing respect to people in general, because they're always going to be looked upon in a certain type of manner. But also I think when we're talking role models, I feel like as a kid, when we're talking from a kid aspect, you're always supposed to teach your own kids what's right and what's wrong. So even if these players aren't doing the right thing, we see the likes of Ray Rice where he's beating on his wife. We're talking all different types of scenarios. If a kid we're looking up to that, I feel like from a person being a parent, they have to show their kid like, I know that's him. That's what he did. That was a mistake. It was not right. But I feel like these athletes do have to show set a certain example of for the kids that are watching, because everybody at one point in time idolized the athlete, if they're a fan of any type of sport, man. So I think athletes they don't have to be, but I feel like there's certain a level that they should be role models or set some type of example for the young bulls.
Facts, bro. That's a tough ass question, but personally, I'm gonna have to say no, I don't believe athletes should have to be role models, but to like a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, obviously you don't want these players coming out doing some just absurd type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like hit their girl or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Driving drunk, anything like that. But at the same time, I feel that athletes shouldn't have anything to prove. You know what I'm saying? Because just like me and you, we're regular people.
Right.
They have a job to do. Go out there and play their sport that they're supposed to be playing. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I don't really feel like athletes should be held to these standards that some people put them up to, just because I mean they're regular people just like us. They have regular life situations that are going on, just like what happened with Richard Sherman a couple weeks ago, or about a month or two ago, where he had an incident with his wife. They got into like an altercation and stuff, and he went to, I guess the wife went to her father's house, and Richard Sherman pulled up and was banging on the door. You know what I'm saying? It's just athletes have real life situations just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? They're not perfect. They get angry. They feel emotions as well. So personally, I don't see why some people hold athletes up to these pedestals like you were saying, bro.
Yeah,
Don't make sense.
All right, man. So should athletes be considered role models? No, they shouldn't be considered role models, but they are, bro. That's just reality.
Yeah.
We look up to them for a lot of stuff. Me personally, and even just in my family, we have these discussions all the time, dog. And me, I look up to my dad. I look up to my mom. I look up to members of my family. But I have to be real with myself, dog. I do look at LeBron. That's one of my favorite athletes ever. When I was younger, AI, Carmelo, I looked up to these guys, and not just me, but a lot of people, bro. We just look up to these guys. We try to be like them. We try to mimic them. We wear their jerseys, like you said, armbands, headbands. We want to be like these guys, man. So they should not be considered role models, bro, but they are. They're in the public eye, bro. We got a microscope watching every single one of their moves, man. Um, but like you said, bro, I feel like it's just the little things they have to do. I feel like they shouldn't have to assume all the pressure onto their own shoulders and themselves. I feel like, bro, it's like simply when you step in front of a camera to do an interview, but just try to be professional, be respectful. obviously when you're in public, bro, you know people are gonna record you, people are gonna watch you, they're gonna say stuff to you. But as long as you're being respectful, bro, we understand. They're regular people at the end of the day, dog. Um, this is another topic for another day. We're gonna get into this on a future episode, but we put way too much on athletes' shoulders. We have way too many expectations, man, for these guys. Um, it irritates me, but I don't want to ramble on too long. But yeah, man, they're athletes at the end of the day. They're regular people. Just like Jay Coop said, they do it real life situations, dog. They gotta pay mortgage, they gotta pay rent, they gotta do all this different stuff. Um, Even like when they get traded or any of that, but they got kids, they got families, they gotta move to a different state. They're not really, it's not like they're just objects or they're items, dog. They're real people. So we
Yeah,
just gotta
man.
keep that in mind, dog. We can't put all of our stock into them and expect them to be like God, bro, because there's nobody that's perfect on this earth, man. So we just got to keep that in mind, bro, when we're watching these athletes and when we're idolizing them. But I feel like as a youngin, when you grow up, you start to understand more and more that they're regular people. But
Yeah, man. That's why I take.
it's not fair, bro. But they definitely have a responsibility just to be something that people can look up to and respect. You feel me? Because
Yeah,
whether we like it or not, bro, there's that young kid that's watching and looking up. So you can either be a good example or you can be a bad example. So
yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's where I feel like parenting comes into play, man. We all have people that we look up to, man, that don't do the right things all the time, man. And like you spoke on, they have families, they have lives too, man. And I think the pressure we put on these athletes is to touch on that a little bit, man. I know everybody's woke up and not been in the best of moods, man. They've been irritated, frustrated, and made a wrong decision just because they wasn't in a good mood, man. So everybody has those days, man. Athletes are no different than you are, man. Just because they play on TV at 8 a.m. does not mean nothing, or 8 p.m., man, does not mean nothing. Or just because they're on social media and have a blue check by their name does not mean nothing either, man. Let's
just
just,
because they got a lot of money in the bank, bro.
yeah, just
Just
because
because
they
they got
got
a
a
lot of
lot of
money in the
money.
bank don't mean you can talk crazy to them. You can hit them. You can pour stuff on them. I just watched the Mouse and the Palace doc today, bro, and that's ridiculous, bro. Should nobody ever handle themselves that way? As a fan, buying a ticket, bro, that does not mean that you get to do whatever. NBA players, NFL players, bro, they not zoo animals. And one day, bro, one of you fans y'all gonna catch the wrong player, dog, and it's gonna be something like that.
Hey,
And you do not want that to happen. So,
yeah, man.
but just respect people at the end of the day, bro. It's not that hard.
Yeah, man. That's what it comes down to. The simple aspect or the simple logic of respect, man, is so simple. It's
Respect.
so simple. Just treat people like you want to be treated, man. If you don't want to be looked at like a zoo animal, man, don't treat anybody else like a zoo animal, man. So all in all, I say athletes, man, they shouldn't be, but they are, man. That's a tough
Real
deal.
quick, dog. Real quick. Just go around and shout out who was a player or two players, three players that you guys looked up to when y'all was youngin, man.
So you go
Oh
first.
man, Kobe for sure, man. Kobe, for football, Peyton Manning, Steph Curry, guys all looked up to, man.
Facts. Shit. Honestly, my top three would probably have to be Blake Griffin, just for obvious reasons. Just because, I mean, I'm a Clippers fan. I loved his game back then. And then another one was probably Ray Allen, just because I loved his shot and the way he carried himself off and on the court. You know what I'm saying? And Dirt, just because he remained humble. You know what I'm saying? Throughout his whole career, he stayed with one team and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. So my first favorite player was Allen Iverson. Obviously, bro, he's super explosive, super quick. He had all the headbands, he had all the tattoos, man, and he had that number 3. Number 3 is one of my favorite numbers ever, dog. So yeah, shout out AI. Um, my mom used to always joke and say that was my dad when I was younger. Yeah, bro, we love AI. Carmelo Anthony, number 15 with the Nuggets, bro. He was a monster.
Yeah.
And I think it was the braids too, bro. Him and AI had the braids. That made me like pay
Hey,
attention to him.
different, man.
Yeah, bro. They had the braids. It was dope.
Oh,
And then obviously LeBron. You already know that, man.
yeah,
LeBron.
man.
I'll start rocking with him. Y'all can call me a dog. Y'all can call me what I want, bro. But ain't nobody trying to go toe to toe with me with the knowledge of the game, dog. Um, I started rocking with bro when he went to Miami because that's really when I started watching basketball. So he was at the top of his game then. So I always been a fan. I always rock with him. I don't agree with everything he does, but he's definitely somebody that I looked up to. I look up to now. Football. I just want to thank God for Pat Mahomes, dog. He came in and changed my life as a Chiefs fan, bro. I'm still in shock, bro. I'm real humble as a Chiefs fan, bro. I've been there from day one, so I know how it was back in the day, bro. When we had the rotation of quarterbacks, average quarterback. So to get a superstar player like Pat Mahomes at the QB position, I'm very thankful. I'm very appreciative, and I know that going to the Super Bowl every year is not realistic. But with Pat Mahomes, you always got a chance, man. Tony Gonzalez, as a Chiefs fan, he was there. The early years dominating, he left because the Chiefs weren't a good organization at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna say those two players. Some of the players I looked up to, real good guys. They weren't always perfect off the field, dog. Obviously, AI, he wasn't perfect. He made his mistakes, but he owned up to them, and he's still around to this day doing his thing, man. So,
sir, man. Also, I want to touch on, man. One of my throwback players is that guy right there, man. T-Mac was my boy, man. And as much as I hate to say it, man, many people do not know this, man, but I was a LeBron fan. I had a Cavs hat, bro. I was a LeBron fan for the slightest amount of time, bro. Now every time I see LeBron, I low-key want to throw up a little bit, man. So shout out to that boy, man. As well as Klay Thompson, man. And I want to take this outside of the two sports, basketball and football, man. In my late life of simplicity, man, in my late childhood, I want to take it to this tennis realm, man. Shout out to that boy Roger Federer, Dominic Thiem, Novak Djokovic, man. Those were all guys I looked up to when I played tennis, man. Class acts off the court, man. No issues. Of course, it's tennis. You don't expect too much. On the court, some folks can get very fiery, but class acts, man, nonetheless. So definitely players I look up to, man, from all aspects and different sports, man.
Bro, decent at tennis too, man. I can't even lie to you. He real good, man. He was on varsity senior year. You know me, I was on JV and varsity, but I ain't taking that serious. But now to wrap this up, though, I just want to say, parents, bro, don't look to athletes solely to parent your child. Don't blame them. Yeah, don't blame one mistake for, my child, he seen this player do this, or the NBA. There's thugs in the NBA. There's this, there's that. So don't watch that. If you're really there as a parent,
raise your kids.
They'll be able to influence you.
Raise your kids.
They won't be there to influence your kid. Your kid's not going. They're not gonna see NBA YoungBoy or somebody on YouTube doing what they do. They're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna go out here and shoot somebody." Bro, I done seen a lot of stuff as a child, dog, just from TV and YouTube and the internet, bro. And they ain't never make me want to go out and just, let me go do this. Let me go do some bad stuff, dog. I've never been influenced by that because my parents, Trevin James, Missy James, they was always there for me, my siblings. They made sure we knew what to do. We knew how to handle ourselves when we went out in public. So, yeah, parents, don't look at athletes to raise your kids, man. That's very lame.
Yeah, man.
Real talk.
Terrible. But yeah, man. Always, the number one key is, man, raise your kids, man. That's all I got to say, man. Raise your kids.
Hey, y'all got anything else to wrap up?
Shit, not off the top of the dome, man.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tapping in to this episode of the Bucket Discussions podcast. It's getting real dark in here, so I had to turn it on real quick, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting, man. I'm telling a ghost story right now, dog, but I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for the love. We got an in-person podcast dropping here soon, so look out for that, man. We're gonna be here every week consistently. We're gonna be doing our thing. But we got life going on, but we still gonna be.
We got a special.
Bring y'all the heat, man.
Back.
Yes, sir. Back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting. Don't forget to tell a friend for real.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Appreciate y'all support, man. Again, shout out that boy DeAndre, man. We appreciate your support. And big thanks to all our previous MVPs, man. We appreciate y'all supporting, y'all continuing to support, man. It's a good episode, man.
Yes, sir.
Keep showing love, man.
All right, man.
Discussion's going up like a floater.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. And we out, man.
Peace.
Peace.